Gentlemen, if your erections are not as strong as they used to be, if your morning firmness has become rare, if desire is still there, but your body does not respond the way it once did, then I want you to listen carefully, because the problem may not be what you think. Most men immediately blame testosterone. They say, "I'm getting older. My hormones must be dropping. This is just what happens after 60. There is nothing I can do." But for many men over 50 and 60, the real problem begins somewhere else. Not in desire, not in masculinity, not even always in hormones. It begins in the blood vessels. Because an erection is not just a sexual event, it is a blood flow event. And when blood flow weakens, confidence often follows. I'm Melissa Carter, a medical researcher focused on men's health, aging, blood flow, hormones, prostate wellness, and intimate function. And today, I'm going to show you one overlooked food that may help support the system behind firmer erections naturally. It is not rare. It is not expensive. It is probably sitting in your grocery store right now. And most men walk past it without realizing what it may do inside their blood vessels. But stay with me, because the most important part is not just the food. It is when you eat it, how you use it, and which men should be careful with it. Because if you are taking certain heart medications, blood pressure drugs, or if you have kidney stone problems, this is something you need to understand before trying it. Before we begin, subscribe for honest men's health conversations most people are too embarrassed to have. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Now let's start with the truth most men are never told. Erections are often an early signal of vascular health. That means your body may show changes in erection quality before you ever feel chest pain, shortness of breath, or obvious heart symptoms. Why? Because the blood vessels involved in erections are small and sensitive. When blood vessels become stiff, inflamed, narrow, or less responsive, that region may show the problem early. This is why erection changes should never be dismissed as just aging. Sometimes they are a message from your circulation. And that brings us to the molecule every man over 50 should understand: nitric oxide. Nitric oxide helps blood vessels relax and widen. When arousal begins, the body needs nitric oxide to help blood flow into the erectile tissue. If nitric oxide is low, or if the blood vessels do not respond well, firmness may become weaker, slower, or less reliable. So if you are only chasing testosterone, you may be missing half the story. Testosterone matters, but blood flow makes the erection possible. And this is where today's food becomes interesting. That food is beetroot. Yes, beetroot. Simple, deep red, easy to ignore. But inside the body, beetroot may support one of the most important pathways for healthy blood flow. Here is why. Beetroot is naturally rich in dietary nitrates. When you eat nitrate-rich foods, your body can convert those nitrates into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide helps blood vessels relax. That means better vascular response, better oxygen delivery, and potentially better support for circulation. Now, does beetroot work like medication? No, it is not a prescription treatment. It is not an instant erection pill. It is not a cure for erectile dysfunction. But as part of a healthy lifestyle, beetroot may support the blood flow system that men rely on for erection quality, stamina, energy, and cardiovascular health. And here is the re-hook most men miss. The same blood vessels that affect erections also affect the heart, brain, and muscles. So when you support circulation, you are not only supporting the bedroom, you are supporting the man you are during the entire day. Now let's break down what beetroot may do inside the body. Number 1, it supports nitric oxide production. As men age, the cells lining the blood vessels may become less efficient. They may produce less nitric oxide. The vessels may become stiffer. Inflammation may increase. Blood pressure may rise. Circulation may become slower. This does not happen overnight. It happens quietly. 1 year, everything feels normal. Then slowly, morning erections become less frequent. Response becomes less predictable. Firmness takes longer. Confidence starts to drop. Many men think, I'm losing my manhood. But often, the body is saying, support my blood vessels. Beetroot may help because it gives the body dietary nitrates, which can be converted into nitric oxide through a pathway involving the mouth and gut. That is why chewing, saliva, and gut health matter more than most men realize. And here is an important detail. Do not use strong antibacterial mouthwash right before or after consuming nitrate-rich foods. Why? Because some of the bacteria in your mouth help convert nitrates into forms your body can use. If you wipe them out aggressively, you may reduce part of that natural conversion process. Small detail, big difference. Number 2, beetroot may support blood pressure and vessel flexibility. Healthy erections depend on flexible blood vessels. When arteries become stiff, blood does not move as efficiently. Beetroot has been studied for its potential role in supporting blood pressure and vascular function, largely because of its nitrate content. For men over 50, that matters, because blood pressure, erection quality, and cardiovascular health are all connected. If your blood pressure is high, your blood vessels are under stress. If your blood vessels are under stress, erection quality may suffer. And if erection quality changes, it may be your body asking you to take vascular health more seriously. That does not mean panic. It means pay attention. Check your blood pressure. Know your blood sugar. Know your cholesterol. Move your body. Sleep better. Eat for circulation. And yes, consider adding foods like beetroot that support vascular health. But do not rely on one food while ignoring the habits damaging your blood vessels. Because no beetroot can fully cancel out smoking, heavy alcohol, uncontrolled diabetes, poor sleep, or a sedentary lifestyle. And that brings us to the third reason beetroot matters. Number 3, it may help fight the silent enemy, inflammation. After 50 and 60, many men are dealing with low-grade inflammation without realizing it. This can come from excess weight, poor sleep, processed foods, stress, diabetes, insulin resistance, alcohol, smoking, and inactivity. Inflammation can make blood vessels less flexible. It can interfere with nitric oxide. It can worsen circulation. And over time, it can quietly affect energy, erections, mood, and overall vitality. Beetroot contains natural compounds called betalains and polyphenols. These are plant compounds that may help support the body's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory defenses. Again, this is not magic, but it is one more reason beetroot belongs in the conversation when we talk about men's vascular health. And now comes the part most men do not expect. Number 4, erections begin in the brain before they happen in the body. Many men think erections are only a pelvic issue. They are not. Arousal begins in the nervous system. The brain sends signals. The nerves carry the message. The blood vessels respond. The tissue fills. If brain circulation, stress levels, mood, sleep, and nervous system function are poor, the signal may not be as strong. Beetroot's potential support for circulation is not limited to one area of the body. It may support oxygen delivery and vascular function more broadly. And for men over 50, that matters because sexual function depends on the whole system: brain, heart, blood vessels, hormones, nerves, pelvic tissue, emotional confidence. This is why a weak erection is rarely just one problem. It is often a system message. Now let's talk about how to use beetroot correctly. Mistake number 1, expecting it to work overnight. Beetroot is food. It is not medication. You may notice some changes in blood flow or energy within hours, but meaningful support usually comes from consistency. Think weeks, not minutes. Give it 3 to 4 weeks before judging. Mistake number 2, using too much juice. Beetroot juice can be concentrated. For some men, it may lower blood pressure too much, irritate digestion, or be a concern if they have a history of kidney stones because beetroot contains oxalates. So more is not always better. Mistake number 3. Ignoring medications. This is very important. If you take nitrate medication for heart disease, medication for blood pressure, or drugs for erectile dysfunction, speak with your doctor before adding large amounts of beetroot juice or nitrate-rich supplements. Combining blood pressure lowering effects can be risky for some men. Mistake number 4. Eating beetroot while keeping the same damaging habits. If you smoke, drink heavily, sleep poorly, eat high-sugar meals at night, and never exercise, beetroot alone will not rescue your circulation. It can support the system. It cannot replace the system. Now here is a simple routine. Start with half a cup of cooked beetroot in the morning with breakfast, or use a small amount of diluted beetroot juice if you tolerate it well and have no kidney stone concerns. Pair it with a 10-minute walk. Why? Because movement also supports nitric oxide and circulation. Hydrate well. Avoid heavy late-night meals. Reduce evening sugar. Limit alcohol. And if you use mouthwash, avoid strong antibacterial mouthwash right around the time you eat nitrate-rich foods. This routine is simple, but simple does not mean weak. Many men over 60 do not need more extreme solutions first. They need better daily signals to their blood vessels. Now let's be honest. If you have persistent erectile dysfunction, sudden erection changes, chest pain, shortness of breath, leg pain while walking, uncontrolled diabetes, very high blood pressure, or severe fatigue, do not try to solve everything with food. See a doctor. Erectile changes can sometimes be an early warning sign of cardiovascular disease. That is not meant to scare you. It is meant to protect you. Because the earlier you listen to your body, the more options you usually have. So, what is the big lesson today? Weak erections after 50 are not always just about testosterone. They are often about blood flow. And blood flow is influenced by nitric oxide, vascular flexibility, inflammation, exercise, sleep, blood pressure, blood sugar, and daily nutrition. Beetroot may help support that system because it provides dietary nitrates that the body can convert into nitric oxide. But it works best as part of a lifestyle that protects your blood vessels, not as a miracle, as a tool. So the next time you see beetroot in the grocery store, do not just see a red vegetable. See a reminder. Your circulation matters. Your blood vessels matter. Your morning response matters. Your health is still worth protecting. This is Melissa Carter. If this video helped you understand the connection between blood flow and men's vitality, subscribe for more honest men's health conversations. And tell me in the comments, did you know erections can be an early signal of blood vessel health? Because once a man understands that, he stops blaming age and starts protecting his future.